Ready.
Did you put your experience in?
Oh, right.
I need 700.
So
What were we at?
Everybody takes 600 experience.
We should be at
Heck yeah,
34,275.
Yeah.
30,
So
34,
the benefit of being a tiny party.
275. Okay.
Lots of XP.
Because I didn't transfer my XP from the left.
All right, now let's see what happens.
Scoot back a little bit. Hook it out of the way.
Oh, ouch!
There you go.
That sucks.
What, 18? Oh, jeez. That's probably the bad thing.
Sorry, what was our total?
600.
Thank you. No, but the total.
34,275.
Thank you.
So you pass another sleepless night.
Is this
restless night?
If I'm awake, does this affect me?
It does.
Oh shit!
Because you're resting.
Because you're resting.
Even though
That's
I'm
really
awake.
good sake, by the way.
Do you like that?
I like that a lot.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
I haven't had cold sake. I've only had warm.
Yeah. So you pass another sleepless night in the which you don't know is two horrors, but
But we know.
yeah.
That's why we should have camped in the forest. No, it probably has its own.
No, just being in the aura of this place is unsettling, and as the morning dawns, which I'm assuming that you want to rest until morning and not rest until another time of night, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So as another morning dawns in the Garden of Graves, you find that you are not nearly as well rested as you were before, and so your normal number of healing surges that you would have gained, you do not gain that. You gain 7 fewer.
7
Wait,
fewer?
what? That means we all have 1 healing surge?
Well, it depends on how many you
It
had.
depends on how many you. It was
Basically, you don't. You
I
regain
see.
hit points, but you don't regain.
So you have 8. So you only gain 1 healing surge.
If you were
Yeah.
If you were...
I can't remember where I was at though. I'd have to go find my other.
Oh, so let's say I was at 6, but I have 7 surge, or I have 9 surges, so I would gain 2 on top of the 6.
So you're back
okay,
up
so
to
I'd be back up to 8, not 9.
So I only gained
You would
7
be-
fewer. I gained 2,
you'd be
so I'm at 3 now.
Yeah.
I want to say I had to use a lot of healing surges in the last battle. Not the
Yeah,
Lumia, but the
you
one
did.
before that, because I almost
Is that
died.
a new paper?
How many do you
have?
One?
Well, on this page I have 8 because I...
No, what's your value?
8.
Oh, your value's 8?
No.
My surge value is 20.
No, I mean, but you have 8. You have 8 surges.
The potential for 8 surges, but I think that
I would
used
say you
4.
probably had like 4 left.
Yeah, so like
I
down
would
to
say
5?
you're at 5.
Okay,
Which isn't terrible.
right.
Well, I'm at 3.
Unless you fall off a waterfall.
But that makes sense. Only
Give us
3.
your communal
I'm not going to be like, all right, I'm back to normal
Get us
after
more
one
out of
night's
the
rest.
orange thing.
I'm a-
Corey, I feel
I'm a
like
quick
there's
healer.
more in that orange plastic thing if you have it around.
I'm very, very fast healer.
Okay. It's in the trunk. I will get it.
It's not in the trunk.
It's not? Really?
I think it might be Duncan's.
Is it better to have this on
Do you
what
see
are you
the
looking for on
orange
here?
pouch down there?
I see the Crown Royale.
Corey, what would you prefer?
Royal.
Drink here, or coaster?
Here, let me give you one of our coasters that we got for our
Wedding.
wedding.
Well, that's nice.
Alright, so we wake up
After
being assaulted.
having horrid nightmares, and all night you were
Here it is, Corey.
Tier, all night you were transfixed on this eerie green glow emanating down this hallway, and you're convinced that you could hear moans of sorrow and despair coming from down that hallway.
Hooray. So
And you sit and contemplate all night while you're awake the name that woman etched on the floor, and the look of horror that washed over May's face as she put the last K in the name Asarak.
Oh, right.
Alright. I'm going to say, just, for role-playing purposes, and it makes sense, that at least until I can get back up to full healing surges, I'm going to take a -2 move penalty. Just for
Okay.
moving, just because I'm kind of like,
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, take another fate point, another persona point for that. That's good. I like that.
Are we recording again?
Yeah, we sure are.
Dang it, I only have pins.
Alright, so waking up, the boundary that I had set up is dispelled, and I walk over. The first thing I do is, while we're setting up camp, is walk over to check on Sylvanas. And
Yep, still there.
Still there.
Still there.
notice that my buddy is worsening. And so with that, seeing as I can't do anything, Tyr realizes it's probably more for his own emotional stability than doing anything, but I am going to remove the shroud that he's been packing around for a while and cast it over Sylvanas. And it's the Shroud of Protection.
Oh yeah, the Death Shroud.
So you place. So he gains resist 20 to all damage.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
And it'll last until we remove the shroud, or he regains consciousness.
Was that-
One fate, one persona for you as well.
I thought that was the one that lets you let somebody
Save against death.
last longer if they're
Yeah.
dying or something. Is that?
I
is that a
mean, you
different
put
thing?
you put it on, like I said, you put it on a dying creature, but that's why it's more for Tyr's own. It's like, this is the only thing I can do.
Oh, yeah.
I can't heal you.
We will find a way to heal you, my friend.
Yep.
And shedding a sorrowful tear.
Technically, he seems like he's dying. Who knows?
Tyr is just going to wander away and just wait here for the group to finish packing up camp.
Yeah, because we probably don't know enough to know if he's really okay. If Tyr can't heal him, we might,
Yeah, for all
we could
intents
be
and
mourning
purposes.
our friend.
Yeah. It's a very somber morning.
Yeah.
No songs were sung that night.
I have this flagon of magical. Yeah. Fell off a waterfall.
So we all regroup, and
Robin.
as we're packing up camp, Tyr is going to relate the horrors that
Or in this too.
kept him transfixed through the night, and warn that we're probably walking into some kind of unknown again. If that goes without saying, but be on your guard, and especially arcane. You two arcane. I'm going to depend on you to protect from magic, ward against magic.
Everybody give me a perception check.
Depend on the cripple.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
20. Nope, sorry. Passive perception?
29.
Or, no,
29.
regular.
Wait, arcane or?
No.
Oh,
it's
perception.
Perception.
Okay, sorry.
8.
17.
Aurora's
So-
still sleepy.
20.
I haven't had my
All right,
coffee.
Malachi, you perceive, you hear what sounds like a low-pitched hum coming from the room that you had just been in with the water.
Does
relay
anybody
this-
want to go back in there?
I relay this information to my companions that there's a hum.
Low pitched tone.
No, hearing that, Tyr is going to recall. Did we enter that room in the evening last night?
Yeah, well-
Was sundown?
Probably in late afternoon.
Actually, I don't know. What time was it when we were outside?
I kind of envisioned it being around noonish because you guys, the last time you entered here, it was after you had fought. Yeah, there. So,
Well, do we want to check out the hum first?
Yes.
Tyr's going to say, we already
We
cleared
have the
that
key.
room.
Yeah, we
might
cleared
as
the
well go
room.
check it
and
out.
we're hearing something that was not there before.
So
Did the serpent... well, we would know, so I guess we were teleported. Did the serpent change once I took the key?
Tyr didn't see this. That Tyr would tell you that, or would have noticed that all of the.
Because when I teleported, it teleported.
Exactly. And Tyr would have noticed that as you left the room or were blinked out of the room, the illusory magic or the change in perception, the shifting and bubbling of the water also disappeared as the key left the room.
Oh, so you got your glaive back.
So he could go in and get his glaive probably because there was no more.
Or he hasn't, yeah,
The
so we
pool
could.
seemed to begin to be still again, but of course the room was also filled with steam because you had eradicated this giant water serpent so many times.
Well, let's go get his glaive.
I say we should check back in there.
let's check it.
Hey, Tira, let's go. Let's go get your
All right.
glaive, buddy.
So marching order for me,
I'll be in the front.
Him first.
and then you, and then you.
Two
Yeah.
in the back, yeah.
Okay.
I want to
All
make
right.
sure Malachi's okay.
Tyr, as you poke your scaly head into the room, you see the runes on the walls pulsing with magic.
Okay. I relay this information back and just say, be on your guard. And I'll make my way at a normal pace with them following, I'm assuming following behind.
Okay.
You guys can hug the wall. I'm just going to go get my glaive.
The second
Put her
Aurora
hand in
enters
the
the
pocket.
room, the humming ceases and the walls stop pulsating. And the illusory magic returns to the pool.
Oh. Aurora,
When
since
Aurora
she's
enters.
in the back, she's going to kind of...
Is she holding the key?
Yeah. So maybe Aurora, since she's in the back, is going to tentatively take a couple of steps back to see if that changes.
The humming begins as sort of a high pitch and drops low as the room seems to almost rev up or accelerate. And
When she leaves?
Yeah, as she leaves, and the magic begins pulsating at a slower rate through the rooms, as if it was taking a while to initiate again.
So from outside, Aurora's going to shout to Tyr, "Tyr, fetch your glaive and let's get out of here." I think it's responding to the key.
The
If
key
anyone
is
else.
the key is some kind of fail safe. It's got some kind of barrier mechanism. Tyr is
it's
going
running the whole
to
thing.
walk forward slowly, and as he enters next to the pool, does the water appear normal, or does it have that same distortion
It
effect?
appears normal, and you see your glaive glistening at the bottom of the pool.
I'm gonna ready an action
Smart.
Eldritch Bolt in case
Something
Snake
sticks
Man
up.
pops out.
Okay,
I'm
We all
going to
have
reach down,
PTSD.
grab my glaive.
you grab your glaive with no incident.
Okay. I stow that back on my back. Alright. Anything else we want to... Now that it's pulsating, Malachite, can you gleam any arcane... difference in arcane nature now that its true ability seems to be unleashed?
Probably not. 19.
That's pretty good.
19. My book
you have
tells
some
me
friends over
everything.
here?
I'm nothing without my book.
Got Kuma on your left and Nico behind you.
Nico's like, oh, he wants over on that.
Oh yeah, he's used to him.
Being closer.
Here, I'll move. Hey, buddy. While you look that up, I'm going to placate our cat.
Okay.
Hey, bud, ready?
Okay, good, so. I don't think so. No, all you can tell is that from your understanding is that that something has changed and the structure has been activated. Remember, you had heard of the Temple of Elemental Evil and how the entire structure had been turned into some sort of arcane engine. You can relay to Tyr that this fits that motif.
So it seems like it's being activated when the key is out.
Yes, when the
and
key has been removed.
Inactivated when the key is brought
This is
back into
placed-
the room.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, the only thing we can do now is to explore the areas and see if anything's changed, so...
Yeah, obviously
keep
we don't want to
pressing
put the key back
forward.
in.
Yeah, the key's pretty dangerous at this point, so Aurora's gonna put it in her cloak to make it more protected rather than just on her person.
Good idea.
Now, don't forget that behind you, outside of this room, is the rotating
Yeah.
Alright, thank you.
Thanks,
Back-
nice DM.
Back out.
this.
Yeah.
Malachi reminds everyone that probably has something to do with the puzzle we saw earlier.
Yeah.
Alright, thanks, Mom.
Tyr having pieced, since he was the one who screwed up in this room,
Yeah.
and having all night to watch it go around, he recommends that we somehow immobilize the sundial to prevent it keep moving on a easy number. So,
Yeah.
what is it? What number is it on right now?
It changes from moment to moment as the brazier rotates in a circle.
How high is it?
So just figure out how to stop it.
It's the height of a man. So
So Tyr, having explored this room, is going to come back out, and do we say it's in the morning?
yes, we're in the morning right now. We'll say 7:30. You guys are early risers.
7:30. All right.
Set for 8
We didn't
o'clock.
sleep very well.
Tyr
Yeah.
is going to grab the brazier
Okay.
and
Can he
try
stop it?
and swing it to 8 o'clock. In what are there like 2 sets of numbers like it was in the other one?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Well, you can see it for yourself. Right
We want the lighter color, right? Bronze. I don't know how that one's set up. Oh, here's the opposite.
yeah, is it on the bronze right now?
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to have it try and force the brazier to hold at the 8 bronze
Okay.
and use some rope to try a lashing.
Okay. Just like affix it to something heavy on the floor or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so it's holding. Is it moving anymore?
Nope. You are capable of affixing it to stay at a single point.
Okay. So with that set, push on through down the hall.
Oh, I was going to say, do we want to... Yeah, I guess we should investigate the rest of this room before heading back to that room.
So what? Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
Since both open into this room, do we want to do... Tyr proposes the idea of doing a flanking maneuver, if
can.
necessary.
We only have 3 people.
The problem is
Hell
we don't
yeah.
have much in the way of flanking.
So I would put Malachi in the middle, though.
Well, what I
Because he
would
is
do
still
is
pretty
I
hurt.
would, because I want to be close on hand if Malachi drops and surges. So at least that way I can boost up his surge value or heal him without surges. And Aurora, I don't want you. I would like the party to be somewhat not split up, but separated. So for blast effects.
So I'll hang back a little bit more.
Well, what we can do is this room dies down when you're in it with the key. So it should be fairly safe for you with the key to be in here. And this door on the side leads into the hallway, correct? You
Right.
should be able to hear what's ever going on, so you could ready some sort of action that at the sound of battle, you could bust open the door and rush in. So that way you're at least out of the blast zone
And that annoying hum isn't
going
still.
on.
Yeah.
So we're close enough
We can hear
that I
everything.
think that maybe that at least gives us enough breathing room. So if
So
somehow
I'll
we're
be May,
dropped,
where I'm right around the corner, basically. Yeah.
and just say your action is at the sound of battle or at my voice, at my command, then you'll know to come in.
Okay.
I think that may be the safest, just
Yeah.
in case the blast drops us for whatever reason. Does that sound good?
Yeah. Or there's like some weird, stun, something like that.
All right, let's do that. So we'll have her hanging
Aurora
out
agrees to this.
by this
Right.
door. Yeah.
As she enters the room, the hum disappears, and the illusory magic returns to the pool.
Okay. Any
I'm a little
change
uncomfortable
in
in here, but that's
any
okay.
change in the door?
No, the doors
Just
stay
don't touch the
mundane.
water.
Yeah.
I mean, but like, if this is wait, okay. Aurora brings up the point. If this is fueling something, having this key in here, wouldn't it be safer for me to be out of it so we don't? We could, for all we know, be fueling this.
Yeah, possible.
It's possible, but I
And
think.
if I jump out, I'm right in front of it.
Well, that's why I say you'll wait on my command.
Okay.
So with that, I'm going to bring up the front right before turning the corner, and Malachi, have you behind me. And I turn to Malachi and say, "Are you prepared?"
I'm ready.
All right. So I'm
Keep an eye out for me.
I'm going to round. I'm going to say, Malachi, hold here real quick, and I'm going to round the corner and look down the hall.
All right, you see once again the statue of a what appears to be a horned demon
It will paint that one day. It's
yeah.
gonna be glorious.
With
it came
a-
from Canada, in fact.
Oh, nice.
with a gaping maw and a faint green flicker in behind its bared
Made in
teeth.
China, I'm sure.
All right, I'm going to do a dungeoneering check on it to determine if it's some kind of if it's some kind of gargoyle that has petrified itself. With a 32 dungeoneering.
All right, it is revealed to you as not being sentient, but having been hewn from stone, and being a some sort of magical device.
Okay, so I determined that it's a device as far as I can tell. Okay.
As far as you can tell, it's not a creature but a device.
He's not actually blocking
No.
the door.
No, he's not
right?
blocking the door.
So it's more like that.
Yeah, he's more set into the wall, like in relief.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say, I'm going to turn back and in a normal voice be like, Malachi, I think it may be some kind of device, but maintain,
Caution.
3 paces behind me.
Yes.
So I'm going to raise my sword, raise my shield, and 2, 3, 2, and move. I'm just going to continue progressing forward with him 3 squares behind me until I get about 3 squares away. So at this point, at this close, I'm going to turn to. Seeing as it's done nothing, has there been any alteration in the light, the glow coming from it?
No, there's
Okay.
still a faint green glow behind the bared teeth.
And I'm going to turn back to Malachi and tell him can he discern anything with his magical abilities?
22.
With a 22, you've get a sense that there's a powerful transmutation spell cast upon this magical device, but it also radiates with demonic energy.
So I relay this to everybody. Well, to at least Tyr.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm not there.
And do you open this door or no? Or
I
you
mean,
just wait?
The door,
I'm pretty
because
sure
it's
I'm just gonna
closed
be on
on
the
my
other side.
command.
Yeah.
Knowing that it's demonic, Tyr is going to cautiously.
Take one step forward.
He's going to just walk up. He's going to make his way to the statue.
All right. As you come within 10 feet, there's a thunderous voice within your head.
Who disturbed? No, sorry.
Speaking.
disturbs
My slumber.
No,
Thanks. I just had to. Sorry. Continue. Pardon me.
No, it actually says, "What is your desire?" And then, but you look around, and Malachi is looking at you expectantly, as if he didn't hear this, what was to you absolutely deafening noise. Like you would have put your hands up and held your head at how loud this
And
was.
I kind of look at you puzzling, like, what's going on?
And I think for a minute, kind of confused, and in a somewhat bewildered voice, I get answer in my head. I wish to unlock your secrets.
What is your desire?
Yes.
Oh, okay. How does it respond to that?
It says,
Can I be your
"Present your
boyfriend?"
gift."
What does it say? I sense your gift?
Present your
Oh,
gift.
present. Sorry. I was talking and being obnoxious.
And with that, I am completely I'm the uninitiated when it comes to magic. I'm going to urge Malachi I'm going to sidestep over to the side and say, like, hey, buddy, come check this out. So, Malachi, do you want to move forward?
So
Okay.
Malachi limps up to the thing,
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
and you
Well,
hear.
before I do, I ask him what's going on.
Be like, there's... words cannot describe. I don't know what's going on.
All right, and Malachi, as you approach, the same deafening roar overtakes you, and you falter in your step as the statue,
Just
as
the cat,
the words of the
sorry.
statue,
Yeah.
as the words of the statue reverberate inside your skull,
Say, huh? So I was like,
and then but all it says to you is,
What is your desire?"
desire?"
and Malachi says, well, he thinks, asked me several months ago, I would have said power. He says, now I still ultimately would like to find the whereabouts of my former master.
And it says, "Present your gift."
So Malachi, knowing that, sensing the transmutation, I respond to your saying, well, this seems to be some sort of, I don't know, device that maybe grants some sort of thing by presenting some object. What, I don't know. But since I sense the transmutation energy, I have a feeling this might have something to do with that. But to what end, I do not know.
Well, shall we? Maybe we have to present something to unlock a door somewhere. So
Magical item.
Player knowledge. So
I have this piece of bread. It's a little soggy, but still good.
Tyr is actually going to move forward, and seeing as it's not done him much good, and actually, Tyr is unsure as how he's managed to keep a helm on his scaly head for so long. He's going to remove the boar tusk helm and place it on the altar. Or
There's no altar. There is an open mouth with green flames licking behind the opened but the bared teeth.
Tyr is going to kind of like drinking the water. He's like, well,
Why not?
this seems like the wrong thing to do, so let's try it.
As you approach within 5 feet of the relief statue, the flames grow to presumably to what you perceive as a roar.
Wow.
Green flames, and the feeling of demonic energy washes over you.
Well, Tyr is quite frightened of demonic energy, so he is going to use his training as a dragonborn to channel his radiant energy and sheathe his gauntlet in some kind of, to provide some kind of shield, perhaps, from the demonic energy, and get within placement distance of the jaws of this creature, and kind of like reach up to put the helm in there. And as he gets close to the flame, just kind of like throw it in there. I'm not sticking my hand in.
He looks like, okay, goodness.
All right, the helm clatters and clinks inside the maw.
2 points.
But nothing happens. It just sits there.
Wow, shit! There goes my helm.
You can still see it. It's still sitting
Okay,
there.
that's like
Is it surrounded by the green flame?
Yeah, but there's no heat coming from the green flames.
Ooh.
You're close enough to feel that.
In my is there so there's no heat coming from the flame. It's just a green flame.
I tell Tyr, like, maybe you need to desire something.
All right. So he asked me what I desired, and in my head, seeing how ineffectual a warlord I was in the last time, and I need to be able to better take care of my friends. I wish for the ability to have greater, I guess, healing powers of sorts, to be more of a cleric, if you will. So I think really hard. I'm like, I wish I could be a better healer.
The voice thunders within your head, saying, "Join me. Join with me." Actually,
Okay.
Join me.
So Tyr.
I'm having a party tonight, and I'd like to.
be my comrade.
Tyr places a armored claw on the statue's hand.
I give it an awkward shoulder massage.
And try and, I don't know, mentally link myself with the statue. I'm having a very hard time communing with the statue, but I guess I think really hard about my desire to be a more efficient healer and meditate on the statue's words, commands. I don't really know what to... When I turn to Malachi, I'm like, dude, what's going on?
Malachi's like, I can't hear anything.
yeah. Malachi doesn't know what, and hasn't heard anything.
You're doing a good job
Which
so
your
far.
helm continues to rest with inside its mouth.
Okay.
You're RPing better than I would.
Well, seeing that nothing's changing and really wanting to open a hidden door, as I think that's what this is probably there for, I take a deep sigh and stick my hand into the maw of this creature and grab my helm.
All right. As you touch your helm, the jaws clamp shut over your arm, and you feel as if your arm has been severed from your body. And
What?
And,
Okay, I hope that's just a feel thing.
yeah. And there's a searing heat, and you bellow in rage and pain. And as everyone can see, you can hear him. You
I was
can
going to
see
say,
this.
Aurora's about to burst through the door.
Yeah, you might actually.
You know, if
hearing...
he bellows in pain, I'm going to burst through the door.
All right, so
That's
you
the sound
see
of battle.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
you see him with his hand inside of this creature's mouth, and you're like, "What the hell are you doing?" And Tyr, you lose
Aurora's
3
about to-
healing surges from this interaction. But the jaws release, and you quickly retract your hand from inside, gripping a new helmet that the demon statue had perceived was your greatest desire. And your arm is still connected still bound to your flesh, with no perceptible damage.
Okay.
So
I
remove your new
item.
that Malachi would be able to identify for you.
Malachi, identify it for me.
Well, what is it? What is this item I identify?
Is this whatever the thing?
It's a magical item of your level or higher. Or lower.
I was
sorry.
going to say higher.
No, I was like, hey,
Oracle sword.
I'll put both hands in for that.
No, of your level or lower. Any
So
magical item. of your
I
level
pull
or
it
lower.
out, and I imagine since I stuck my hand in there, I am very, very confused because I turn to Malachi because I put in a helm. As I turn around,
You're wearing gloves.
There's this new glove that's like what I thought was melted onto my hand, and I hold it out to him, and he inspects it, and he tells me that it's the gloves of the healer.
Nice. Hey, dudes, it worked.
Nice.
There
So
you go.
I relay this information. I tell them I'm completely exhausted from that encounter. It must have assailed me mentally, but this is untold power. It's apparently a thing of untold power. So I guess Tyr, being the greedy dragon that he is, will probably be like, okay, well, let's try this again. So I'm going to pull out, I'll probably pull out a spear and try and reconnect mentally with this statue.
You hear nothing.
Okay.
Aurora's going to still be very upset. Do I shoot it?
No,
Yes, it's Tyr.
I think it's all right.
What just happened?
I gave it an item, and it
bit me.
It bit me.
Charlie!
Apparently,
Aurora's going to stare horrified and confused.
It read my inner thoughts, and I guess understood my plea for helplessness and my desire to be a better healer, and somehow has granted me with an item to help me along on that quest.
Is that all that it left you?
It seems a little weakened, but it seems that's it. But I can't seem to commune with it anymore. Perhaps this is just doesn't operate doors. Maybe it's just a really arcane magical item. Well, you guys can try your luck with it if you will.
What?
Oh, she said, I don't know what my item is. Should I go look it up real quick?
It's cool. Aurora's still pretty freaked out. Malachi, are you going to approach this thing?
He's very intrigued, especially that thing's handing out free items.
It like bites your arm.
So Malachi is kind of a little bit more confident, seeing that Tyr was unharmed through the whole process. So he steps.
Not unharmed.
Well,
He lost 3 healing surges.
I don't know exactly. He just said he felt
I feel exhausted,
exhausted.
mentally and physically.
But Malachi doesn't know when an opportunity like this could show itself again. So he's willing to possibly undergo the risk. So he steps forward.
All right.
On the one step closer.
Aurora
And
is
it's-
going to ready an action, just in case.
And
She doesn't understand this at all.
the Demon Forge says, the voice of the Demon Forge reverberates inside your head, saying, "You wish the location of your master."
And Malachi does indicate in his mind, yes.
The
Do you name him? Or does this demon already know who he is?
He's inside his head.
Oh, okay,
so-
right.
The demon once again says to you, "Present your gift."
So, well, I don't actually don't. Do I still have these? Oh, actually, I do have that one. So I'm just going to. The only magical item that I'm carrying on me that is not equipped, I'm going to. I'm assuming it's. Malachi, knowing how these things work, usually a mundane item would not suffice. So he's going to. I only have just this old cloak that I have that I got way back when. So he's going to present this old level 3 cloak that
Okay.
he had that's magical and just
In the same way that in the
same
same
way.
manner that Tyr presented it. All right, the flames roar to life, and there's a searing pain that radiates up your hands, up your arms as the jaws clamp down on your flesh.
Jeez, I don't even have that many.
I
Search
know,
for
you
this.
fall unconscious. You fall unconscious to the floor, but as you do, what happens when you have negative healing surges?
You can't have negative, you're just reduced to 0,
Zero.
but your
Okay.
thing manifests at 0.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the jaws open and you fall backwards, clutching a black cloak that has on the hood emblazoned a what appears to look like a compass, and with an arrow pointing in a particular direction. You fall backwards, and the cloak flops down on top of you.
Of course, I don't see any of this. I'm just like,
you're out, and there's all you feel is as you pass out is a feeling of horrible loss, like the day that your master disappeared. It forces you to relive that memory.
That's not very nice.
Seeing him collapse, I immediately spur into action and run to his side. And
Cat, you're freaking our dog out. Nice.
But
I did ready an action, so you do that, and I'm gonna do
shoot
what
at it.
don't destroy it.
You're right. I don't know. You're screaming. I burst through the door. Malachi puts his hands in it, screams, and falls unconscious. I'm gonna shoot it. You know.
So I rush over and immediately assess the situation and notice where he had no chitinous arm. It's now like
Up
spreading
to-
all up over his
Yeah.
neck onto his face, and I'm just like, well, good, as I can't do this. I tried to heal it last time. So I bend over and I just use every trick in the book to try and stabilize him, and I realize that it's no good. And I imagine that while I'm doing this, you're probably like floating in some unconscious world with I don't know if you want to look up what happens when because I remember it was like one of those powers replace one of your their powers that
You're right.
I don't
permanently
remember what. Yeah, I don't
when
remember
you
what it
reduce to
replaces.
0,
Yeah.
it replaces a powered level of that level or lower.
I think it's a low. Yeah, I think it's one of my low level ones.
It is, but you might want to look online and try and figure it out. Until
Like the
then,
wiki or the-
I don't. Aurora, you can go ahead and play through what you do. Let me see what I have to do when you reduce to 0 hit or 0 healing surges.
Okay.
Still
So,
have full health.
I'm gonna go in
is-
the bathroom.
oh yeah,
Yes.
the first one on the left. So as Malachi falls unconscious, I did ready an action because I'm a little paranoid, and kind of protective, because I just saw my friend fall off a fucking waterfall. So
Malachi's having a rough day.
I know. Like, you killed him again! Oh god, it's the worst thing ever. So I'm gonna hit him with Furious Bolt. I'm gonna
Okay.
attempt to. If this, for what it is, I'm not going to. I'm a little shaky, evidently, and I don't roll exactly too well. It's gonna be 21 versus reflex. I
Alright.
can't imagine that a stone has. Well, I'm not going to try to influence EDM.
No, you blast off one of its horns, but there's no
Anything happen?
change. No.
You're kidding. Okay, so when that doesn't work, I rush over to Malachi.
What would you have done if I said like it comes to life and roll
What?
initiative?
No, I mean, maybe, but like
Oh, good.
I did ready an action, but
That's
that'll
true.
teach me in the future. Maybe
careful
that's
with
not
your-
always the
Yeah.
best idea, but that's my character.
Right.
She's going to be brash, and
That's true.
Because I
That's
think
true.
let's not fuck with the big thing on the wall, but my character would be really upset, and she'd shoot it.
Okay.
She would.
Take a fate and a persona for defying what you know to be a good idea.
Thanks. It was a little embarrassing. I'm still not sure.
Shoot the giant
Shoot
demon
it.
statue
Yeah.
while my friend lies dying on the floor.
Yeah.
That's what Oakley would have done.
Yeah. Well, thanks. Makes me feel a little bit better.
So nothing happens when you lose all your healing surges.
Okay.
But, he's just unconscious. So it's something that I could use a heal check probably to stabilize him. But we need to resolve the issue of the chitinous arm climbing
neck.
up his arm and,
Yeah.
and body.
So what? We'll wait until. All right. So basically, Aurora readied an action.
She
And
shot the demon
I
statue.
shot the demon statue, even though the player knows that's a really stupid idea in this situation. But anyway, I shot off its horn, and then nothing happened. So I rushed over to you and Tyr, and I'm actually gonna move your mini. Oh my God, Malachi, what's wrong? Okay.
Take a picture of Malachi laying on the
Can I? Wait, where's my? Here, I think I have it back here.
Malachi, you've been all kinds of injured in this game.
This has been the roughest day for Malachi. He's like, oh, I got Sylvanas' tank roll. I got this.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, now that you have
Like
zero
that.
healing surges, that makes things a little bit more difficult.
What about that ritual
Oop, my
about moving
fingers.
around?
We can't, I'm
Suck 'em out of
gonna have to
Sylvanas.
do that.
I don't.
There.
Can we do that out of Sylvanas?
I don't think we can do it out of Sylvanas.
He probably has to join in the ritual.
He didn't have many healing surges at the end of the last
That's
encounter
true.
either.
He did.
I think he had like maybe 2.
Basically, the problem is I have to spend a healing surge, and then we can shift it around. So it's great when someone has full, but I have 5. So I can spend
5.
1, drop
Yeah.
down to 4, and then give you 2.
She's at full.
I've,
though.
I've got
Nothing.
5.
She's
yeah.
full.
5 of 8.
5 of 8.
Oh, 5 of 8.
I also have some dailies that allow me to heal without spending healing surges for you. But it may be kind of dangerous running around with no healing
Oh, I'm
surges.
healed. I'm fully healed.
Yeah, but you have no
I just have no
healing
surges.
Oh,
I, can't,
right, right,
I
right.
cannot be healed.
Inspiring
anymore.
word does nothing. So you can't spend a healing surge. So anyway, after
Oh, yeah.
that little...
What's your new power though?
Yeah, you need to look it up.
Let me see. What
Because
is that called?
Matt has that.
It was
book,
called
right?
Madness at Gardmore Abbey.
Oh, okay. Nice. Okay.
I found it.
No, take your time. You're good.
So
We're
I
nice.
guess we don't. We know you'll manifest a power, so we can probably keep proceeding ahead.
Yeah.
So I stabilize Malachi, and he
Whoops.
probably wakes up and says he feels different and has a da 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 new power. So after that little exchange, Aurora,
Yes.
would you like to?
You want to stick your hand in the mouth?
Hell no! I would like some new boots though.
Stick your foot in there. Oh yeah, Aurora, as you
No, I shot it. I shot it. I don't want anything to do with it.
Okay, but as you entered within the same distance, you hear the same.
Oh, so it did speak to me.
Yes, it did speak
Okay.
to you.
Okay. Well, that changed things, kind of. Not really. And what does it say again?
You make me do the voice again.
It's fine. Okay, fine. You can save it for another occasion.
I was like having to go get a drink after the last complaints. No, it says, "What is your desire?"
Right.
And then, yeah, and of
That does
course
kinda hurt.
you can't help but when someone asks you a question, think of the answer, and as whatever your desire flashes in your mind, something only she would know. it says to you, present your gift. And then you shoot
Well,
it.
everybody's and then I shoot it. But I was
doesn't
more
care.
upset about
Doesn't hold a grudge.
He's like, it's cool. I didn't need that horn anyway. Okay, well, seeing is this is kind of a game breaker. I don't know my item. I don't have a list of
It could be anything,
trick
though.
or treat
So,
ones.
if you wanted to, know the fate of your
I
parents.
don't have boots. I mean, technically, Aurora is running around in socks at this point. I'm not wearing anything on my feet.
You're wearing mundane shoes.
Okay.
But, if you wanted to know the fate of your parents, you could put a book in there. Or, Malachi wanted to know the location of his...
That was good. That was a good call.
So,
Yeah.
Of his
actually,
master, and he got a cloak that had a compass emblazoned on
and
the
oddly
hood.
enough,
He also passed.
it's called the Cloak of Translocation.
Hey. Okay.
It's
Yeah.
it was meant to be.
Yeah.
That's actually a good point. I didn't think. I thought Corey was just going to be like, well, this is a cloak that can help you. It'll help you on your journey because it's more beneficial. But no, it was actually. Look, it's got something.
And there's you'll see that there's that the golden needle on the compass will move as you move. So
Interesting.
always pointing towards your one desire.
That's pretty cool.
All right. So player
But
knowledge.
you have to wake up first.
Helpful.
I don't remember which. Okay, I found them, but I don't remember which one it was. Hold on. Okay, continue. Let me read this.
Okay. All right, Aurora.
All right. So player knowledge. Aurora is running away from the fate that she's trying to escape, and she doesn't want to be involved with, the chosen of Mystra. So basically, she's grown up in this. Her parents gave her up for adoption. Supposedly, we don't know the whole story. I don't think that she would really. I don't know if she'd want to know where they are. I hadn't really thought about her parents because my foster parents gave me up when I had when I showed an aptitude when I almost burned the house down.
Yeah.
So then I've just kind of been running away ever since. But after that I was given to basically a mage tower for anybody that's played Dragon Age, but I was a step below the mages because I was a sorceress and didn't have control of my powers, so I was kind of shunned. So, going along with my long-term backstory, I'm supposed to be this very powerful. You know what? Screw it. Let's go find my parents.
You want to know your lineage, to know if you are a chosen of Mystra?
Well, at this point, you think? You know what? That's maybe there's a ring of fate.
I'm just floating ideas for you.
Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't truly prepared for this. I want to know if that truly is my fate, if I can escape it. But how is that a tangible? His is a tangible thing. Mine is, do I have to be what I've been told I have to be? I've been running and trying to escape it. Sorry, I know this is kind of boring. I just have to think of
No, it's
what she would do.
good stuff.
Because that's never come out before, really. I mean, we had that fireside chat about the Wizard Tower, and I was basically like Harry Potter and locked in a closet. But, yeah, let's see. Maybe there's a ring of fate or something that you can make up for me. Or give me a better thing in the future when I find something cool. So, I want to know more about my past, but what I'm going to be. I want to know if fate is truly going to catch up with me, basically.
Okay.
So, but at the same time, I'm kind of hesitant. So, my gift, since the gifts are kind of a lower. Please just edit all this out. This is really boring.
No, it's not.
Everybody gave a gift that was kind of in the lines of what they were looking for.
Well, Tyr gave his helmet and got a glove.
That's right. Okay. And you gave.
He gave a cloak and got a cloak.
Right. Using my gloves. This is gonna be fun for you. What are you gonna give me? So Aurora's really not okay with this whole thing, and she's kind of short, so she's going to put one finger in
Put one
to
finger
the
in.
mouth of the. I don't. Is that
All right,
enough?
It clamps down on your finger. What did you put in
I
his
took
mouth?
off my gloves.
You took off your gloves and you put them in the.
I put him in the mouth of the thing, and nothing happens.
Right.
And he asks for something else.
He says, "Join with me."
Okay.
Just like to Tyr.
And I turn around, I'm like, Tyr, do I really have to do this? He nods.
Tyr nods.
Just so solemnly.
All right.
You have to do this.
You must.
As
All
I
right,
try
so I'm
and
gonna-
revive.
He's like,
Yeah. I
"Stay alive. Stay alive."
know. All right. Fine. So Aurora is going to put her offhand. She's got her staff, and she's like, oh fuck, I don't know about
All right.
this.
It
All right. So
clamps-
she's gonna put her left hand
The
in.
jaw clamps down on your finger as you stick your finger in.
Oh, so I can just stick a finger in?
Stick your
Yes.
finger
Okay.
in.
I thought you were not
And the
responding to that.
same, but the
Okay.
same searing pain radiates throughout your body as you lose 6 healing surges, and you too fall unconscious because you're
God
at
damn it.
5. But as the jaw opens, the jaw opens.
Yeah, I know. Tyr's like, but you said it'd be a better healer. You lied to me.
The demon statue lied. How horrible is that?
Shocking.
No.
Yeah.
But as Aurora falls backwards,
Damn it.
Tyr, you see a glittering golden ring on her finger with what appears to be some sort of royal crest
Interesting.
that you can't identify.
Is it pretty? No.
And Aurora,
I'm not there.
as the pain overtakes you, you're forced to relive all of your most horrible memories.
That's not. I have a lot of them. That's
Yeah.
not very nice. All
He
right.
just doesn't have any baggage, does he?
My friends were kind of.
Well, he didn't pass out.
Yeah, that's
He
true.
he grinned and bore it.
But he just got, here's better healing glove. It's not like a healing glove that will lead him to be, I mean...
It's gonna come in handy about right now.
His desire was only to be more than he was.
Unlike you seeking power, I'm just trying to help my friends. I just want to be a better friend. So what I'm going to do now is
His glove has a Care Bear on it.
Care Bear heal.
you lost all of your healing surges. Tyr's going to sit down between the two of you.
Meanwhile,
Take a deep
Aurora's got
sigh.
some angst going on. So
And place a hand on both. And Tyr is going to use some of
Transfer-
my own healing surges.
Oh my god.
So
We're all at what one?
I kill a healing surge, and each of y'all will have one healing surge, and I will
All
have
right. Yay.
two. So I hope it was worth it.
Okay, so here's what I looked up this thing. Found it. Technically speaking, it can be removed by remove affliction ritual.
Oh,
Can remove it.
Remove affliction.
but
Yep.
Which
so
costs $1 million billion.
no, it's actually quite cheap. It's $250.
Nice. Here's some
Gold.
antibiotics.
Yeah.
You have insurance,
Well, that's
right?
technically not cheap in the D&D world.
Oh no,
Yeah.
No.
it is doable if you want it removed. So we
How-
could
how
rewind, 'cause
bad
I
is it
did
at
try
this
to
point?
remove it last night, and y'all said that it wasn't removable. So we could just go ahead and remove it, or maybe last night depending on how you want it. Maybe last night you were like, "No, stop this! This hurts too much. I can control it as long as I stay rested." So it's up to you. I'll leave it up to you whether I healed you last night or you still have it, and if you have it, then you probably manifest a power.
Well, what I'll say is, I think it does get removed, but I think the physical representation remains behind. So, like, it doesn't change the powers within. You're able to remove that part, but the physical affliction is there, and it's, like, permanent now. And
Fine.
that cannot be undone.
Can
but I don't.
Is that still possible for you to benefit from it, but still not have the?
Well, the thing is,
actual-
I'd rather have the physical affliction than the power
Power.
affliction, because the power affliction sucks. bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
You
Do we
wanted
know
it
what that
so
is?
badly.
I just looked it up.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's bad.
Really?
Wait.
Do we know? Can we know?
Wait, no, it just takes. It's a power, but the power sucks compared to the power it would.
Oh,
it
okay. I
replaces
thought you
for
meant,
me,
like,
because it
make
replaces
it-
your highest level power.
Oh,
with a
Oh,
very crappy
wow.
one. And it's like,
Okay.
that's garbage.
Yeah.
So you want to keep the physical manifestation, but
Yes.
okay.
Okay, but not have it.
Because he rolled randomly, if I had gotten the gibbering one and that replaced my Eldritch Blast at will, now that would have been.
And you're certain that that you remember which power it was that you got?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got the daily one.
Okay.
Which, like, that's a terrible daily. If it had replaced the at will power, though, that would have
Yeah.
been
Because we rested.
almost OP.
But what would have
Actually.
happened
D6?
to you? You would have gotten a 17. I would have rolled a 17, so you.
Where's your
would have
magnifying
lost- Oh, I left it at home. You would have lost one half of your maximum hit points.
Wait, I would have?
Yeah, last night.
Oh.
Oh.
If he had tried to heal you last night.
Wow. See, I said it wasn't a good idea. It's Aurora's right for once. And then blasts a
We'll say that your
statue.
new gloves gave you, like, hey, I know how to heal him now.
There you go.
You know, back last night you thought, well, this isn't. I don't think I can do it, but with the new gloves, it
thank
suddenly
you.
allowed you.
I feel proud of myself. So I stabilize you guys with one healing surge each.
Alright,
You
so my
both-
affliction is gone.
Yeah. So the
Yeah.
power no longer manifests, but you still have this
Which one is this?
chitinous arm.
Did I buy this for you?
I don't know who you bought it for, but we
is
have
it?
it. I think it's for us.
What is that?
Forgotten Realms player
I'm
guide.
pretty sure I bought it for you in Baton
Are we
Rouge.
playing Forgotten Realms?
We are.
Oh.
So she's reading about her home.
I need to, brush up on my
to
backstory.
beef up her knowledge of Aglarond. All right. So as you
I said Mistra, didn't I? I meant symbol.
yeah, symbol.
I'm sorry. Like, Mistra means symbol. Thanks.
Yeah,
I'm sure that means a lot to you right now.
symbol. But yeah, as your eyes flicker open, you awaken from your nightmare. You're clutching this black cloak like a blanket, and you see this dragonborn head over you as he's concentrating on reviving you. And as you inspect your cloak, you see that there is there's a gold filigree around the edges that comes up to a compass on the hood with a needle, and as you manipulate the cloak, the needle changes in direction, pointing you towards something.
Oh. So Malachi thinks this is very interesting, and he equips the cloak immediately, right
Okay.
away.
Button.
So he remembers, like, to investigate this further once they are out of here.
And Aurora awakens, and you see that on her finger, where she had placed some gloves, there is now affixed a golden ring with some sort of crest,
So I
some
want
sort
to.
of blue and white crest.
I feel probably some arcane nature in this ring, or at least I want to investigate it. So I investigate this ring.
Okay, with her knowledge, or
I'm still passed out at this point.
no? He woke you up.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Oh,
you got
guys
one
are
healing
awake.
surge now.
oh right, but I'm awake now. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So I pointed out to Aurora and asked if I can see her hand, and she, I'm assuming, offers it to me as I investigate the ring.
Okay. The magical nature of this ring eludes you, but you feel that it's indeed ancient and powerful.
Wow.
Because otherwise you're like, you've been had. It's like a Cracker Jack ring.
Actually, roll it. You guys can roll a history check to see if you can identify the royal crest, or just crest.
I already know what it is, right?
You know what it is,
Yeah.
but we don't know that you would.
Okay.
But they don't know what you asked for.
Right. That's where you're going to
16.
edit it out of the D&D session.
Oh, crit!
Snap.
All right.
Nice.
I
so
remembered in my lessons, like,
Yeah.
hey,
I don't know how to swim, but I
have
did
seen
do well
this
in
before.
crests.
Yeah, this crest you identify from as the battle standard of symbol, when she led the revolt against the Magister Lords of Aglarond.
Okay. So, I want to...
mean much.
Actually, I mentioned this to Aurora.
It's like, I've seen this before.
Aurora scowls at him. You have?
Yeah.
How? Why? What do you know?
In a lecture.
In a book.
Is it a PowerPoint?
Well, it's not everybody got something that was meaningful to them.
I see. What did you ask for?
Nothing in particular. Just pretty things. Aurora smiles awkwardly.
Malachi does not believe in 1 second. Does not say anything further.
Aurora ignores his arched eyebrow and walks in the other direction.
Does anybody thank Tyr?
Yes. Oh, right!
You wake up, you argue with each other, walk separate ways, and Tyr's like,
I'm sorry.
I'm a terrible healer and warlord.
Let me back up. Of course, when we first wake up, we definitely thank Tyr and ask what happened.
/ disband.
/ rage quit. What, Tyr? What happened?
I think the psychic nature of the statue overcame both of you. You guys seem tormented in your sleep as I healed you, but you seem okay for now.
Thank you.
A boyish grin slips across Tyr's lips.
I'm a good healer. I'm a real boy.
So seeing that we're in such a dilapidated state, we don't want to waste the day, but I would imagine that we probably want to keep a fairly low key in this area. But now that we have all interacted with the statue, we're done. I would imagine that maybe we'd like to go check out the other brazier after that.
Are we just going to leave Sylvanas here?
That's the only
Let's go
thing we
check on
can do.
Check on him and keep going.
He's got the shroud on him.
Yeah.
And then we still don't know about May.
No,
So we're okay
no
with
sign.
venturing past this and just
Could
assuming.
leave a note on Sylvanas' horn.
The main reason is we've spent at least 8 hours, 10 hours here, and May hasn't come back. If it hasn't,
Are we assuming the worst?
If it's been 10 hours, there's a chance that if he makes it back here, we can't wait here forever. So we might as well, try and figure out maybe there's some kind of magic that magicked him away, and we need to find that. So
Right.
there's a door at the end of this corridor.
There's also a chance that May slipped into this room and was teleported in.
Well, I was actually about to say
off
that
the cliff.
it's
Yeah.
possible
Meh.
that he's trying. He may have fallen off the cliff as I did. He was a little more nimble. Maybe he was able to somehow not sustain as bad as injuries, and
Punch
is
him
now
down.
trying to work his way back to us with the map. And maybe he's gotten lost, or
That's
Yeah, he
right.
does have the map,
He does
yeah.
have the map.
He'll be fine.
I
So, I
agree
mean-
with you, but it's been 10 hours.
I think
Yeah.
we should leave
We
a
should-
note here in case he does find his way.
Or should we go outside
come back.
and look for him? I don't know. Do we feel strongly enough where we should venture outside to look for
Because
May?
We're not strong enough a party or healing to do any kind of search and rescue mission.
Right.
So,
I think we should leave some kind of sign to let him know in case he comes back here, that so he doesn't come back and we're gone, and then he doesn't
I agree with you, but I would imagine, given the situation, if he comes back, he's an intelligent gnome. He's going to see a petrified Sylvanas moving and a tied-down brazier.
And a big
probably-
thing with the horn knocked off of
He'll
it.
probably be able to put together that if we're not in this room and we've tied down the brazier, perhaps we've gone to the other brazier.
Yeah.
Leaving a note out in the open in this area, given our experience with that chained female or chained Lamia and whatever name she wrote down, I just don't think leaving notes around is the best idea. So hopefully he can glean enough from the situation to know where we've gone. And if it makes you feel any better, we can go straight to the brazier, and if we can, then come back. That is my argument.
Okay. I agree with that.
So at the end of this hall, there's a doorway, correct?
Yes.
And that doorway, as Tyr pokes his head through, leads
into this hallway here. This door?
I mean, is there one out?
No.
Oh, yes, there is.
There is.
Yeah.
That's what I was asking about. Because the other one just goes back into here.
I didn't see that door.
I
He was
don't really.
standing on it.
All right, that leads out to area number 8.
We've been there.
We have not. It's a rope bridge. You saw the rope bridge from when you looked at
Far away.
from far away, and they provide a way to travel between the top and the between the two tops of these two cliffs. But they are rickety. Traveling along one will require some skill.
Oh boy. Well, do we want to go to new areas?
No.
Is this possibly a shortcut back? Do we know how to get?
I don't know.
know.
I'm going to use dungeoneering in my internal compass because we don't have the drawn map anymore with I believe that's going to be a 28 or 27 to try and determine if this may be a shortcut back to the area of the brazier or if we would be better suited to backtrack.
To backtrack, you would be heading south, whereas the brazier room was located in a northward direction.
Okay.
Northwestward direction.
Seeing
But
that
there is a new structure to the south that you have not ventured into yet.
Fair. Seeing that we have the key and the brazier, I think it would be better if we were to backtrack. Seeing we've also cleared those areas, they should be safe. So let's backtrack. And I forget the backtrack. Let's see. We came up and out of here, which was then we went through the forest with the teleportation circle.
This one, that's how you got there.
Or we
this
crossed the
time.
bridge, then
And
the
then there's that room
teleportation
with the
circle.
Yeah,
zombies.
so you came out. You came in here, which is this area here, and then you made your way through here and ended up here, and then you made your way between these two buildings to this area, and then moved north and crossed this bridge. Now, you hadn't gone through this door, but that would be the shortest route. So if you continue, you had the option of proceeding across a bridge over a stream, or continuing to go north with a pathway that turned. So if you want to continue going north, or you can try and backtrack the way, but you end up going underground, because that's the way you got there the first time.
No, let's go north, okay?
Okay.
And then that puts us, I'm assuming, back up
In
to
that
the
hallway,
here.
yeah.
Okay, if y'all want to.
Remove your...
It's like
Alright,
an hour break.
Yeah, so you find yourselves back in the tapestry room.
Back in the
Sure, I guess we're just going to walk in like usual. And this tapestry was the one with the key depicted, correct? No. It was a different one?
It was...
I want to say it was towards the entrance.
That one was like it was just tapestry.
Great.
an elven
just,
woman
like-
in a clearing or something like that.
Yeah, we just kind of like moved it to the side and walked through it. So I think we should interact with that before we try messing with the key.
Okay, so we enter back into here.
Okay, don't get it wrong because those rates are
And now, having walked, because I don't know if I really expounded in detail of what my theory was over there, but Tyr would relay the whole mechanism, or what he thinks to be the mechanism. So we come here, and he's going to walk up to the brazier, and...
I think you have to stand in front of it.
Oh, stand in front of the cat, because there's no shadow right now. So he's going to stand in front of the shadow to cast it to the bronze 8, which is what we set it to there.
All right, as you stand there with intention, there is a distinct click and the sound of grinding stone coming from the west.
The west. Where's the west?
The west is this way.
So, having done that, we...
Further away than we are? Like, not the next room, but like further?
No, it would be in the next room over.
Okay.
So we come back into this room,
And
back out
inspect
through
the room for any changes.
back in through the tapestry, and Thievery Master Malachi, see if you can discern
Okay.
where
Where's my D20?
said click.
All right, for solving the puzzle, you get 833 experience.
Nice. Oh, hey.
Technically, we solved the puzzle earlier, but it's just we didn't
Yeah.
have all the information.
Yeah.
Now we get it.
Okay, so that's going to be
833. I just can't do that right now.
24 thievery.
To inspect the area for.
Just for that mechanism, like something that is different.
Oh yes. You discover a secret hidden door
35,
That I did not see.
that you did not see before behind this tapestry here,
100 XP.
leading down a long, narrow hallway.
So, but it's not locked. It's just
No, it's now open.
okay. It's an opening.
35, 108. Okay. And was it? I can't remember. Was the tapestry with the key in here?
108.
It was this one here.
Oh, okay. So now that we have the key, 35, 108.
I thought it's 35 00075. So didn't we have 34 275? Plus
It's
800?
833.
Oh, 833. I didn't get that part.
So with the new door open, shall we proceed?
35 803.
35, 108.
Oh, 108. There.
Okay, I can do math. Okay, so that tapestry that had the funny looking door on it doesn't look like we can interact with it. It's just a picture depicting something.
You might be able to interact with it.
Do we want to see if we can interact with that picture before we go down this?
Aurora, go rub the key against the tapestry.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just walk
Maybe-
up to it and present the key to it.
Okay,
see
so
what happens.
all right, I'll walk up to it and I take the key out of my cloak and I hold it close to the tapestry. I'm assuming nothing happens. And
No, actually,
okay, I was gonna say I'm giving you a chance to stop me. I'm just going to hold it close to it, but not actually touch it to the tapestry yet.
Yeah, see, like nothing happens. Maybe.
there is a sounding of a bell and of 3 chimes, and I guess that's all you would be able to hear from where you are.
Is it coming from?
You can hear it it kind of reverberates throughout the entire compound, but
shit.
you can definitely hear it strongest from down the passageway.
Okay.
Do the exact pose that's on the tapestry. Can you put the key in the hole? Is there a hole present? Or is
Can
it
I
just...
move the tapestry back? Is there anything behind the tapestry?
There's a hallway behind the tapestry.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay, so let's. I present the key to the tapestry. We hear the gong, and then let's move forward behind.
Actually, you get a bunch of experience for having figured that out.
Oh, good job. Thanks, dear. I was just gonna move
You're
mosey on
welcome.
forward.
I did. Gotta mimic the pictures.
Yeah.
Zelda games.
Yep, I remember that.
Experience.
They aren't going to be happy.
Everybody's very unhappy.
Oh, I have 1 healing surge. Yay! Thanks to Tyr.
Yeah, if we live through this, between the 3 of us, we have 4 healing surges. But we have all our dailies.
Yeah.
And an action point each.
Yep. And full healing
There's any time to
HP.
have the ability to die and come back.
Oh, we didn't
Now
get
is
any
the
temporary
time.
healing points.
Take 266 experience each
Thank
of you.
you.
That's not a bunch.
Well, we also just held up a key to a tapestry.
35374.
Thank you.
And you avoided getting shocked.
Oh, right. Yes.
Because even now, I can tell you this now.
You know who would try to be
even-
picking that lock? You.
No,
You have my
actually,
thievery, go
even
for it.
attempting to use the key on the lock activates the trap.
Oh, really?
The only way to open the door without activating the trap is to do exactly what you did.
You're kidding. Tear saves the day. Nice.
Mimic the photo.
But that's player knowledge. not
That's
character
hilarious.
knowledge.
Okay.
Crazy.
I cannot believe that you guys got that.
But what is
Hey,
it
Rory,
doing?
just rub the key on the tapestry.
Yeah,
Okay.
I said sure.
I was so afraid to be like the bell chimes and hordes from every direction come
No.
pouring in.
You hear a shuffling of footsteps.
So now what? Now there's no. It's all new from here on out.
Yeah, I mean,
Down the
we
hallway.
press on
Down the hallway.
at least one more.
You press on down the hallway.
Yeah.
What do we see when we peek
Down
around?
the hallway, you see a dark, unlit passageway.
Get the torch out.
Yeah.
Floating torch.
So you bust out your floating lantern,
Yes, sir.
and you can see down the hallway. It extends
Most
for
useful, wondrous item ever.
yeah.
Really, the only one I think I've ever used.
Well, if we didn't have it, we'd be burning through sun rods like crazy.
It extends for 20 feet.
Okay.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
And then sharply turns.
the left.
Yeah. And there's a door here.
Oh, okay.
All right, here first.
Yay! So we wander down and turn the corner, and I'm like, oh, there's a door.
Do we get that close? I mean, let
Yeah.
me do a check to make sure the door is not anything.
Well, I'm not going to touch it. When I get to the door, I'm just like, okay, there's a door here. And looking at it, just doing normal inspection, is it something that I could... does it seem
Normal
unlocked?
I'm gonna do a.
Probably a better. I'll do a perception check to see if I can discern from it.
Discern the door's intent.
I do a 21 Arcana check, which I rolled fairly poorly, but
The door is not arcane in any nature and can be opened by a simple turning of the handle.
I love the
Okay,
team of
like
four.
most-
Throw a rock at it, poke it with a stick.
A 22 perception. Any kind of? Do I discern if there's any?
There's
I
a
guess there's nothing else
discreet sense of foreboding
on the other
Ooh.
side.
about the other side as the
Okay.
storm rolls in.
I was gonna say I just looked outside and saw that big wind. Tree was moving quite a bit. All right, let's see. What else would be helpful in this? Can we listen really closely? Can we hear anything coming from the other side of the door?
No, you can't.
Okay.
I say we go through.